What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Economic Events. Today I'm going to be reading an article from TheStreet.com. Mark Cuban shares advice for anyone hoping to get rich. Billionaire entrepreneur Mark Cuban has consistently offered candid advice on entrepreneurship. He warns aspiring entrepreneurs about the challenges involved, emphasizing the importance of financial preparedness before quitting a full-time job to venture into the entrepreneurial world. Cuban stresses the significance of saving at least 6 months' worth of living expenses before taking that leap, cautioning about the often overlooked failures in the entrepreneurial journey. I don't agree with Mark Cuban on that part. 6 months, I don't think is enough. I would say go for at least a year, just because typically when you make when you start a company, at least your first few years, you're not profitable, and a lot of times you don't even make any money. You actually lose money. So I would suggest go for a year if you can do it, just to get through that first year with little to no issue or not that many setbacks. But other than that, that's my only gripe about this particular part so far. Cuban underscores the role of luck in attaining wealth and acknowledges the need for smart decision making and persistence. He shared insights into potential business opportunities, citing the potential for business revolving around popular technologies like Amazon's Alexa and artificial intelligence. So he was talking about in the article how so many people have the Amazon Alexa, yet they don't really know all the good things about it that it provides. So Amazon Alexa to save money on your utilities and all that for your house. So, and he was talking about charging $50 an hour, which probably would be a little bit too high. But I guess if you provide enough value and you have the proof and historical value that you bring to the table, I guess $50 an hour would be a good amount to make. So that would be good. Cuban outlined the core reasons behind business failures, highlighting the pivotal role of sales, preparation, effort, and intelligence, reinforcing the message that success requires a combination of hard work, strategic preparation, and intelligence. Okay, I like that. So he's talking about sales, preparation, effort, and intelligence. That makes a whole lot of sense, because if you are a salesperson and at a dealership or a car dealership, for example, which everybody in the world hates going to the car dealerships to buy cars. It's a very uncomfortable situation. The salesperson is annoying. They pester the hell out of you, and it just after you're done buying the car, they go ahead and they put you in this little corner room where you're supposed to sign all these documents to get the vehicle, but then they try to sell you on more and more warranties. So, but even in that role, if you go in there and let's say you need to buy a car, then no matter what, you're at the whim of the car salesperson. So they're going to make a deal. They're going to make a sale for the most part, no matter what. So anybody can get that kind of sale. But they're talking about like somebody who may be going into the car dealership just to look at this car. That's the kind of person that if you have the skill set and you have some good sales skills, you can go ahead and sell that person. So that's what he's talking about with sales right there. And he's talking about preparation. Again, be prepared, meaning know what questions to ask when you're in sales, and how to I hate to say, but extract information from your potential customer. That's what he means there. And then effort, of course, is, to me, I would say like effort is look the part. Meaning if you're, again, working in sales, you don't want to be looking all scraggly and, this doesn't apply to me, but having a messy hair, or in my case, I guess having a messy beard and, having like, I don't know, Dorito crumbs in there. You got to make yourself nice and clean there. Wear a nice t-shirt that, don't wear a t-shirt that's 3 sizes too big. Wear one that fits you. And if you can, wear slacks and have a belt and tuck in your shirt. That way you look nice. So that's what they mean by effort, is because if you look nice and you are groomed well, then it's gonna be a lot easier to get the sale. So now I'm not saying you can be a terrible salesperson, but as long as you dress nicely, you're gonna get the deal. That's not what I'm saying, but I am saying that it's gonna help. is going to increase the odds maybe by 10 to 20% more likely for you to get the sale done. So, and then of course, intelligence is knowing the product. So again, if you're selling a vehicle, you better know that vehicle very well, because that customer is going to have 50 million questions, rightfully so, because they're going to have to be stuck with that vehicle for a long time, borrowing it, getting into an accident and totaled. Otherwise, they're going to hope to have it for at least 3 to 5 years. Typically, is how long somebody owns a vehicle. So you better be really good at sales, because again, sell it to people that don't necessarily want be really good at sales, meaning sell it to the ones that don't necessarily need to buy a car, but they're looking to buy one, just to whatever, that'd be one. And then of course being prepared, meaning knowing what questions to ask and knowing the knowledge on that vehicle. And then of course effort is looking the part. And of course at the end, intelligence is knowing what you're selling. So if for example, if you work at a gym and you're sorry to say this, but if you're on the heavy side, then it's going to be tough for you to sell a gym membership, because they're going to look at you and say, well, you're over here trying to sell me this gym membership, but you're not in good shape yourself. So why would I want to join this gym? Again, it's the same thing as if I'm a barber. Who's going to come to me for a haircut? Now, I've got a pretty decent beard. Maybe the beard can sell my skills as a barber, possibly. But again, not many people have beards. Or at least, like kind of thick ones like this. So typically, people have just like the little thing over here, or they have it here, and then they have it there, or whatever it may be. So, or if you go to the dentist's office, and your dentist has brown, their teeth are like yellowish and like brown and like stains everywhere, you're not gonna want to go see that dentist. So that's a form that will help you with sales as well too. So I agree with a lot of what Mark Cuban said. I don't agree with the 6 month part. I don't think 6 months is enough. I think that you're going to need at least a year. In a perfect world, I would say 2 years, 3 years, possibly if you can. But again, that's probably unrealistic given these inflationary times that we live in. So now with Mark Cuban, he is a guy that he was initially selling, I think, socks door to door back when he was a little kid, and he made some money there. Now, of course, he didn't become a millionaire selling socks, or a billionaire selling socks. But eventually, he became he owned a online sports broadcasting company called Broadcast.com. Yeah, so he eventually got a company called Broadcast.com, and he sold it to Yahoo for $5.5 billion. And then, of course, he ended up buying the Dallas Mavericks for, I think, $200 million or $300 million. And now that organization is they're NBA champions over a decade ago, and I think that their valuation is over $1 billion at this point. So clearly, he's made his money back on that Dallas Mavericks investment. So he's a smart guy to take advice from. But yeah, I like those points he's talking about with the sales, the intelligence, preparation, and the effort. Now, he didn't say it in those orders, but I don't care. I'm going to say it in my order. You look at those 4 things and you put them in the order that you want to put them in, that you're most comfortable with, or that you can best succeed off of. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I do read and reply. I do read all the comments. I try to reply to as much as I can. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know if you got any value from this. Hopefully you did.